Good morning, everyone. How are you all? Good news is I can see all your messages today, so that is great. From a tech point of view, all seems to be working. I'll just check that you can all hear me before I continue. Hello. How is everybody? I hope you're well. Good morning. So today's plan is word of the year, and feels weirdly early to be doing this, but also I realise that it isn't early at all, and we've only got like, I don't know, 6 weeks left of the year, so not really early. But I've done a lot of the work in the word of the year worksheet that you can download from the website. It's part of the Plan Your Perfect Journal program, YP, JP. Remember all of the words. Good morning. And I need a little bit of help just like deciding what my final word is going to be. So I won't take you through all of it because some of it is quite personal, but the nutshell of it all is that this year has been one of the hardest years of my life, in my personal life, because of some health issues of a loved one and a lot of pressure, combined with quite a full-on year work-wise, and has kind of meant that I have felt very stressed, very under pressure, non-stop really, for the whole year. Haven't really had a proper holiday. This is not like worries me, but like just putting you in my headspace for the word of the year. So because of all of that, I kind of want my word of the year to represent a few different things. So I'll take you to my short list area, and kind of targeting it down. What I want is to feel like I'm not exhausted all the time. So energy is a good one. More at peace, but also like finding, and this is where I've kind of targeted down, finding a spark, feeling inspired, doing things that are joyful. They're kind of all of the words that I want this one final word to mean for me. I'm kind of stuck between, like, I like the word equilibrium, and I've put it down. It is a very long word because, I mean, my words every year tend to be about balance, but I'm not sure it's right for this year. I kind of want it to be more joyful than equilibrium, but I do want it to have some sort of connection to energy and like doing things that feed kind of positive energy. Excuse me, I have got a bit of a sore throat. Shocking. I don't know if control is right. I kind of don't want to be in control, if that sounds a bit strange. Like, I don't want to feel obliged. I don't want to feel pressured. I want to be doing more stuff because it brings some joy or refills my battery, fills my cup, be it from a work point of view or from a personal point of view. And kind of, I feel like sparkle is not, I don't know, it's not right. I quite like spark, like sparking creativity and sparking from an energy point of view. It's tough, isn't it? I'm not sure flow is right either. I don't know. I kind of want it to be like, rather than inward, like balance and I'm really sorry. I didn't have a cough before I came on. Maybe I should just do spark. I am kind of drawn to it. Or ignite, like igniting. Harmony, maybe. Zest is quite good. Something like zest. Like finding like a joy in things again, like discovering joy. Which is why I kind of like spark. Maybe I should just do spark. Seeing as I keep coming back to that word. I feel like a lot of this year I've been doing what had to be done rather than necessarily what I want to be doing, because it's just been a really busy, stressful year. Maybe I will just do spark. Anyway, I did get out my word of the year spreads from the last 2 years, just in case anyone wants to see. This was the year before last, which I loved. This took absolutely donkey's years to do, but I loved it. I quite like this layout. And then last year I did something and then, shocking, didn't go back to use it, but my last year, my word was time, ironically. And then, yeah, didn't end up having a lot of time because of certain different things happening. Vibrancy, that's nice. Vibrant. What's another word for vibrant? Like joy. That's not right. I think I might just do spark. Because I feel like it says what I want it to say. It's not a super long word. Right. Here we go. Here's my journal. So I've got my future log done. For those of you who have watched it already, will have seen this. It's a Dutch door. Bum, bum, bum. And then I have a quote that goes there, which might be related to my word of the year. And then I'm going to put the word of the year here. I wonder if there's any good quotes to do with spark or sparkling. Might just have a quick look. Whoop. What is everybody else word of the year, or have you not got that far yet? Tell me. From that little spark may burst a mighty flame. Quite like that. That's Dante. I'm going to do that, I think. Let me write it down. It also kind of works from a like little actions point of view, like little self-care things, little bits of creativity, spark more. Okay, we have it. We have a word. I like it. Oh, lots of good words. Okay, let me look. Adventure, flow, envision, shine, like that, heal. Got a short list of words, not sure what one to do yet. Travel, present, discipline, not quite there yet. Like the idea of a quote for the year, definitely using that. Yeah, I thought I would add in a quote for the year, and then I can do my like spread to do with, I normally use my word of the year as like a starting point for like goals and things that I want to achieve. Can you have a look at my start of year spreads? Yes, of course. I can show you the last 2 years because I have those with me. So this is last year's. What you'll see is a great deal of enthusiasm. So I did a pocket, a cover page, and then I did a year to view using our calendar stickers, and then a future log. That's a Dutch door. Year in pixels, which predictably I didn't use. And then that's my word of the year. It has got writing on it, it's silver, so you can't really pick it up on the camera. And then I did a pet log spread. Ideas for later. Oops, a daisy related stats. This is where I was supposed to recall all of the subscriptions, but I didn't. Could add that in, to be fair. And then January. That was last year. And then the year before, I was always B5 before. I did a little tip in. That is the steps of my monthly migration. I made myself a little pocket. I did a little inspirational quote at the beginning and my key. Future log that I didn't use. That's annoying. Word of the year. Didn't fill that in. I mean, these were all very enthusiastic, but what you can see is that I haven't used them. I did use these for a bit and tracked my socials. And then that was January 2024. So I'm paring down my start of journal this year so that I can stand some chance of actually using it all. Let me grab my pencil case. I need some stencils. What font do I want to use? Maybe I'll use Smile for my spark. Have you all received your theme boxes, those of you that subscribe? Yes, the plan is for it to carry on. I have the next 2 months worth of paper. They all coordinate with your monthly theme, so you'll be able to, and they're double-sided, so you'll be able to use them in your journal is the idea. And I'm really happy with how it's turned out. It looks so nice. I might use the 12 days is already going out. Started on Friday. We got about a fifth out. Sorry, I'm just trying to pick a font stencil. What font do I want to use for this? It's tricky. It might be a theme box one. Yeah, so you should get them this week. That all of the overseas ones have gone out. We prioritise those just so that there's no chance of I can't I find a font that I want to use? This is too much choice. Maybe this one. If we have stock left, you can order it at the end of the month. We have a limited number of items, so once they're gone forever, if you get me. Maybe I'll do this one. This is quite a nice font. Let's see if this is nice. I like Blossom too. I don't know what to do. Actually, I like Home Sweet Home. That's a really cute. I'm going to do that one. Except I don't have my case, so I'm not going to do Blooming Marvellous. Sorry, once I've chosen this, I will be much better at talking. I'm going to do it in pencil. From the So yeah, 12 days is on its way. Some of them, and the rest will be coming shortly. Theme box went out this week. We're now entering the time of year when things start to slow down with the postal service, so do bear that in mind. Yes, you'll have postal notifications, but you can also check if you go into my orders, when it's been dispatched, it will say completed. So if for any reason your email gets eaten by an email monster, you can still check. No, this one. May. Best. Will I have spaced this correctly first time? What do we think? I mean, it's looking surprisingly good. If anything, it's just going to be the last line that I haven't got right. And I think that is what's going to happen. Yeah. Just needed to move all of that over a smidgen. There's something else that if you are a daisy chain member or you've signed up to early access for Black Friday, I have just written an email to go out to you all this afternoon, which will take you to the Black Friday offers. They're not live yet, but you'll be able to see all the products that are included in Black Friday and start adding stuff to your cart if you wish. There are limited stock numbers of everything included in Black Friday, so this just gives you kind of chance to browse without feeling time pressure, so you can have a proper look, decide what you want, and then when the discount codes go live, you're in a slightly more kind of thought out process for what you actually want. No mistakes, no rushing. Add the things to your basket while you've got the time. So look out for that this afternoon. And if you're not on the early access list yet, you can sign up on the website. If you go to the website, there is Black Friday on the menu bar, and you follow that, and it will take you to a sign up page, and then your email will be added to the list of people that are getting early access. This is cute and weirdly central, given I only had to do it once. Let's start now. We haven't shared when it's going live yet, but I will do in due time. Want to just make sure everything's ready before I commit to the day. It will be before Black Friday though. We will also have another little offer for our early access crew, which is not included in the multi-buy offer. So everything in the Black Friday category will get varying discounts depending on how many things you buy. So if you buy one item from the Black Friday category, you get 20% discount. If you buy 2 items, you get 30%. If you buy 3 items, you get 40%. And if you buy 4 or more, you get 50%. And then on top of that, for the Black Friday, for the early access crew, we've also got a Lucky Dip washi tape bundle. You may have seen the reel that we recorded this week showing us getting ready for this. So we're retiring about a third of our washi tape designs. There's about 30 designs that have gone, maybe just over, into the box for the special offer. And if you're on the early access list, you can get 3 washi tapes on a Lucky Dip for £5. So what is that, like £1.60 something per tape? And then they will be gone forever. So if you like washi tape, it might be one to look out for. You can get as many quantity of that offer as you like until they go, because we've only got a certain number of tapes, and they will just be picked at random by Tracy when she is packing everyone's orders. You won't get 2 of the same design, but they will just be picked at random. Clearing some space. Got a couple of other Lucky Dips in with the Black Friday deals. Some of the things are bundles, some of the things are collections of things we've put together, but up to 50% off depending on how many items you purchase. Good to get some Christmas presents if you're got some crafty people in your life. Or Christmas presents for you, also that. I feel like this tea is a bit too thin. Hi Claire, how are you? Oh, I hope you've got some stationery to keep you busy. How are your children and animals coping without you? Are they missing you? Are they coming to see you lots and keeping you entertained? The dog is escaping and the kids are sad. Oh. Did everybody see the post in the subscriber group about next month's theme books theme? What do you think? Yay. It's such a cute box. Such a cute box. This whole quarter is epic. This is Blooming Marvellous. The lobster motif seems to be very on trend at the moment. I can't wait to see what everybody does with the scrapbook paper you now get in the box. Can't wait to see your creativity. Why? Hoping the rain's going to hold off today so I can go on a nice doggo walk. Pretty miserable yesterday. Freckle does not enjoy the rain. Thank you, 'twas my idea. Oh, cute. Oh, Rachel, same. But does he also get really cross when he's not allowed to go, when he doesn't then go out for a walk because he's chosen not to go out for a walk? Because Freckle's like, I'm livid with the fact that it's raining, I don't want to go out, but I'm also livid with the fact that I haven't had a walk. So I'm like, well, I can't control the weather, tiny one. If I could change it for you, I would, but I cannot. Oh, that's interesting, Jem. I think for the smallies as well, like puddles are up to her like armpits because she's such a short dog. But yeah, the noise probably isn't that enjoyable for them. Okay, we made it through. Made it through the rain. Cute. Alright, maybe it needs some washi, but I might come back to that once I've decided what I'm doing here. Okay. Yeah, I may have a star washi. I'm just going to have a look. I think I've got a star washi in the rainbow colours as well, which will work. Would you look at that? Wow! Like this washi, I'd forgotten about it. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't written who the quote is by, which is what I wanted to do. Yeah, maybe I need to bring back this one. This is why we needed to clear some of our washi tapes, because we don't have room for any more designs. So we've had to lose some of our less fast selling ones in order to have room for new things. This is Blooming Marvellous from Themebox. This was a very, very early washi tape. Jem has a great memory. It was one of the first designs we did, I think. Kate, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know where to put this. I think it was right back when we did like paint splotches, a load of Oops-a-Daisy coloured ones. That's not central, is it? It's close to central. We have the stripes. We have the two different stripes, I believe. I can have a look, in fact. We've got two different ones. Let me show you. We've got one that's called Happy Stripes and we have one that's called Super Stripes. Happy Stripes is brighter than Super Stripes. The bright one is this one, Happy Stripes. Maybe Super Stripes has gone, that's the duller one. I thought we still had Super Stripes. Unless it's hidden. If I just do stripes. Maybe it's just not showing up in this category. It's problematic if it isn't. So maybe it's out of stock. It is in stock. So this is the less bright one. And then the one from before, Happy Stripes, is the brighter one of the two. This is the darker one, which is the same colours as the stars. If that helps. There isn't a second page, Kate. I think it might be hidden, or maybe it's not in decorative for some reason. Let me look. It'll be the oldest one. Goodness sakes. This website is the bane of my existence. I can't wait for the new website to come. There it is. Super Stripes is there. And Happy Stripes. So it's obviously just not in decorative, which is really unhelpful. Happy Stripes is on the first page. It's doing a weird loading thing. But you get me. go. Okay. No, don't have a date for the new website yet. Maybe before Christmas, but very much depends on how long it takes us to do all the changes we need to do. The website people are making it at the moment. It looks incredible. The functionality is so much better. It looks totally different. You'll love it. Right, I'm going to do big letters, and then I'm going to fill them with washi, the stripy washi, and then I'm going to put things around it. Right, big letters is what I need first, which are here. Yes, definitely an early one. It's one of the first washi tapes that we made, I think. Clacky. We have to have a capture, unfortunately. All websites do. If you don't have that, too many bots will basically pretend to be humans and crush the website to pieces. But hopefully, in general, the website will be better for performing. So now I might do this in a different way. Because last time cutting these letters out was painful. Thanks, Kate. So the last time I did this, I put on all the washi tape and I cut the excess away, and it took me what felt like days. So I'm gonna do this way, which I've seen Alex use. Hoping it's gonna be a smarter way of doing it. So I'm just gonna basically making myself some scrapbook paper. And I am going to just cut this piece entirely out so that I can position the letters centrally, which means that the pattern will be centred to the letters, because that stuff is the stuff that bugs me. because I need to do it on the back. And if you're doing it on the back, make sure you flip the letters, because otherwise you're going to get the reverse of the letter, which is not what you're aiming for. Last night I watched a film called Iron Claw. Has anyone seen it? It's got Zac Efron in it and Jeremy Allen White. I don't need to flip this one up to front because it is what it is, symmetrically. Iron Claw is a film about a family, it's a true story, a wrestling family, and it's incredibly sad, tragic. Iron Claw. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend it, but it is not a fun, light-hearted wrestling film. Let's fill the holes in while I find the K. Hey Alex, how are you? These are in completely the wrong order. Yeah, I need to go and do a similar thing after this. Hey Lou, how are you? I think I might need to find a non-field walk for today, because if the grass hasn't been cut, it will literally be up to Freckles' armpits. My word of the year is craps. Well, it definitely could have been the word for this year, not gonna lie. Scraps. Sprack. I wonder how many different words you could make with these letters. Parks. It is no longer called the VIP Squad. It's now called Daisy Chain, and you'll find it under subscriptions. Slightly concerned that I can hear some going-ons in the garden from my neighbours, which I'm hoping doesn't mean that they're doing anything ridiculous in the garden, like building another giant conservatory. It's a bit of a funky curve there. Okay, Spracks. Cut the holes out. That was a lot quicker than my regular method. I'm very sorry, I am going to just have to go and quickly look that there's no one in my garden because there's a lot of banging going on. 2 seconds. absolutely fine. It was my neighbour at the end taking down their shed, which they are absolutely allowed to do. Had some run-ins with the neighbours recently, so just wanted to make sure, in amongst all the other fun that's happened this year, I very nearly moved house. And then decided that I didn't have the mental energy to buy and sell a house. Okay. You know what I think I need? An exclamation mark. Oh, I did have enough paper left to do that. Damn it, Janet. Because then it will be more central, and you know that bothers me. Let's do this. I would happily take a neighbour washing their car over the falls that I've had. Gone for an A5, yeah. Mixing it up. I had an A5 for the last part of this year, which I've enjoyed. So I thought I would continue. Yeah, it's mental. It's mental to hand wash your car that frequently, especially in the winter. Like, that's just a waste of water. Where is my exclamation mark? Oh, did I do 4 rows? Oh, for goodness sakes. I literally can't. I can't. I can't do anything. In the words of Chandler Bing. Yeah, he needs to... I'm assuming he's retired with that much time on his hands. My car is absolutely filthy. Probably do need to remedy that, but in the grand scheme of things... Yeah, it's probably that. Or have you thought about the fact that he might be some sort of criminal mastermind and he's wiping DNA off his car? Do I watch too much NCIS? Yes. Still could happen. It's always the boring ones, Nate. If I've learned anything from NCIS. Always willing to go dark. Dawn, I have rewatched NCIS this year it's been my happy place, and I'm up to series 16, I think, or maybe 17. So I've only got a couple more left, and then I've watched all of them, and I'm gonna be really sad when I don't have any to watch anymore. But I haven't watched NCIS Hawaii, NCIS LA, NCIS Vegas, or NCIS Tony and Ziva. So I think I'll be okay. But it's like my really easy watching when you're really stressed out. Put on NCIS, because you know by the end of the episode everything's going to be resolved. Gibbs will have sorted it. It's just very comforting. Apparently Gibbs is going to leave soon, so I'm a bit sad about that. Okay. Yeah, I've definitely got some spin-offs to watch. I haven't watched any of the spin-offs, only the spin-offs through crossover episodes. Basically, my nan, who's no longer with us, was massively obsessed with NCIS, and when she come to live with my mum during lockdown, and she was bedbound for the last couple of years of her life, whenever you'd go in, you'd be like, do you want me to put anything on the telly for you, Nan? And she'd be like, find a NCIS. So there was always NCIS on one of the channels, so we'd find NCIS and put it on for her, and she was happy as Larry. And it kind of reminds me of watching NCIS with Nan, so I started a rewatch this year, and it's just lovely and comforting. A world where, like, the good guys win. I think my nan probably fancied Gibbs. Is that too low? Yeah, it is. Ah. Yeah, I'm saving Tony and Ziva, because they were like my favourites. So I'm saving it for when I've done all of this, and then I will watch it. Is LA the one with LL Cool J? Or is that Vegas? What's the one with Chris O'Donnell? I do love LL Cool J, just as a person. As a rapper, I guess. So I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah, I think I'm going to watch that one next, because Chris O'Donnell and LL Cool J will be a good replacement for Gibbs, I think. I feel like I could move this one over a little bit. cute, isn't it? Okay. I don't know if I might. So I've got a worksheet that I've worked through. Tracy asked, how do I choose the word of the year? Which is this. And this is included in the Perfect Journal program. You can also purchase this off the website. It's available as a download. Yeah, and then it's like a 4-step process. You look back at your year, you imagine what you want the next year to be, you shortlist, and then you target and you come up with your word of the year. So what I was thinking was I would have a letter for each of the things that I want to like why. What did I do in my last one? Like this. So I might do this with this. What, why, how. So I've just made these little sections so that I can add in some text about why, what it means to me, why I want this to be my word of the year, and how, like some ideas for how I can make it kind of live. Do I want these here? Can't decide. Or do I want... decide if I want to put like extra here and here. Do I want to do another exclamation mark? Yeah, maybe not as wide. I don't think these are long enough is the problem. I could also do stars. Not sure. I will maybe draw my words and think about this some more. How about that? What do you think? Bum, 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 bum. Ah, okay. I mean, yeah, I find these glued rollers really easy, so I don't think the bit of it for me that is the hard bit is the cutting out, not necessarily the actual sticking, if you get me. Does that fit there? Or maybe I want it to be there. What are the colours in this month's theme box? Blue, pink, okay, blue and pink for sure. Congratulations. Hey Emma, how are you? Long time no speak. what's annoying me is that this isn't straight. Better. That one isn't either. Ah, that's nice. Yeah, you need to make time for yourself. Can't pour from an empty cup or whatever the saying is. Right, I've gone on way too long today, but I think I'm done. So I'll show you what I've got so far. Haven't done my cover and my key, but I've got A Year at a Glance, and then my future log, which is a Dutch door, and then a quote which kind of introduces my word of the year, and then my word of the year page. I'm going to fill these in, and then next thing to do is my 26 in 2026. No, I haven't set up December. Absolutely not. I haven't even set up next week. Alex. The good thing about doing these live streams is that at least next year is organised. Even if I'm not organised, I would definitely be doing it in between Christmas and New Year if I wasn't doing it for streaming sake, if you get me. I absolutely would not. All of the streams between now and the end of January are scheduled. You can see the dates either by going to our blog or by going onto YouTube, and you can see when they're all scheduled. The only one that you won't be able to see, i.e. like it's listed but it's private, is the stream that we're doing for the big one, which is our vision boarding stream. But everything else is all scheduled in, so you can add those dates to your diary. I will just quickly check when the next one is, because I honestly don't know. I've done 3 in a row, so I think I'm off next week. Well, I know I am. I'm going away for the weekend, which is going to be lovely. The next one is the 7th of December, and in that I'm going to be doing goal planning and tracking, so that's probably going to be my 26 and 2026. And then I've got the vision board one on the 4th of January, and a community stream where I do a flip through of my whole journal on the 11th of January. So 3 more, sorry, 1 more this year, and then 2 in January, and then back to regularly scheduled programming from February onwards. Cool. It's been lovely catching up with you all. Keep an eye on your inbox for the preview of what's happening for Black Friday. If you are signed up to early access, you'll receive that this afternoon. And if you're a Daisy Chain member, you'll get that this afternoon. 12 days hopefully will all be gone next week. So you should see your dispatch notifications as the week goes on. The inbox is already gone, so then the next thing to dispatch is the big one. And then we breathe, and then we may have some space in the office. Be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, I will catch you all very soon. Take care, guys. Bye, 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 bye.